Welcome everybody. We're gonna test out the dead stick playtest here, see how this goes. Just have to do some little control setup here. I already have my stick and such set up. Throttle. Aircraft, I like this so you can filter these. Yeah, we'll use the right throttle. Just like that. Now I have my throttle coordinates set up. Do some axis calibration here. Go full 0. Okay, that should be good. Apply that back. Gotta check in on the stream here, make sure everything's going well. To YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I do play quite a bit of. Sorry, drag this out of your view. I do play quite a bit of flight simming, and was working on my pilot's license for quite a while. It's easy. Oh yeah. Coastal Zombie. So there we go. A little brief on the demo stick or the demo configuration playtest. Focus on gathering feedback on content for the future, because there's a future demo coming soon. Okay, so you can do up to 3 jobs, and then once those are all completed, the playtest ends. Development bit, so that's a bit rough. Disclosure: I have played some of the dead stick stuff already, so we're going to probably run into some things that I've already seen and know. Sorry, just closing the door to my game room. But yeah, I have played a bit already, and honestly, it is very good. The only thing I could say is maybe the graphics are a little bit grainy in some areas. Beyond that, some controls that, I wasn't the biggest fan of the way they were. My throttle. So controls would basically swap. If I was flying with my joysticks and wanted to use, say, the keybinds on my keyboard to do throttle up and down, it would basically cut me off. So my throttle would just come back to nothing constantly. So that was kind of annoying. So I actually do have to go in and check and make sure I have that control removed on the joystick so I don't run into that problem again. So, dead stick, bush pilot simulator. I've been following this game for probably 4 to 5 years, maybe a little bit longer. Kinetic flight sim. Built around challenging open world flying. There are no shortcuts, no GPS, no safety net. Just use your map in the plane. Prepare accordingly, fly carefully, pay attention. Thank you for playing. They seem like a very nice and great dev team, honestly. This was originally being made by a single person, and then something happened. He couldn't quite get to it, um, get to finishing it, and he got picked up by another, I guess, development team just a couple years ago now, a year ago, 2 years ago, and they've been basically developing it with, I think, some of his guidance and original outlook in it. I'm very excited for this. This is basically Microsoft Flight Simulator comparison, but better. It made their what they would call a career mode basically look like a joke, in my opinion. The damage model on here is great. Crashes actually happen. Oh, I gotta finish the checklist. Oh yeah, read the facts. Gotta do all this here now. Okay, insurance is done. Oh, gotta get the NOTAM. Weather. This is kind of neat. You actually make you sit down, do a weather report, whole 9 yards. It's all. They're trying to make it as realistic as possible. Review it in simplified format. So, like I said, I have played basically up to getting your Polish license and the first little tutorials like this. I played through this already. Messages is about the only thing that you're really going to use right now. Maybe the SOS thing. Oh yeah, before I get too far in, I'm going to go to options, remap controls, in the aircraft. So throttle is this doing the right throttle? I had this set for flaps. Rudders are basic left right pedal. The brakes are also done in here by the slide. And yeah, here we go. Throttle up and down. Get rid of that. Brakes we don't really need, but I like having it on the lever just in case I want to lock it up. I'll leave flaps there as well, and I'll leave the trim as it is. We'll apply that. And then, yeah, here we go. So we're going to go grab the plane, take it out. We'll see how it goes. Should be pretty good. I flew around a little bit after I got my stick in. Oh, I got to remove the wheel chock. That's right. Getting ahead of myself. Yeah, now they want you to tow it out to the white box. You just come here to the back wheel, hit the tow button, and yeah, you're towing. And I personally really like this. You can go backwards, forwards, whatever you want. Obviously, I'm going to go backwards here because I want to go straight ahead, get a view of the thing. Oh. And it's based on the way you look. It's controlled by the mouse, like basically your view. So we're going to want to come over this way a bit and bring it back. There we go. And the safety inspection, you can come in here and you can bring this up and you can go through. So it's going to want us to look at the brakes, and it's basically you come in, left click or right click on it, take the tire, little fuel drain port, take the wing, it's flat, there's the aileron, flap, and the stall warner up there, and then it's the exact same thing but in reverse, so flap, aileron, wing, come to the fuel drain, oh it's all the way in here, the fuel drain, and then you do the tire, brakes, and then you can go through, you can do the tail, you go through the elevator. Oh. Okay, so it makes me go side to side, there's the tail wheel. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta kind of spam click it And all these can be damaged and interacted with. I think eventually they plan on having upgrades, maybe add floats to your... Excuse me. Yeah, maybe adding floats and stuff to your plane, adding bigger tires, tundra wheels and stuff like that. I have seen a lot of stuff like that. There is cargo and stuff you load. But yeah, I'm not going to finish this inspection, as that would take up quite a bit of time. Then you can open the cargo door, close it. Bring up G, go back to the hand. I'll kind of quickly explain this. So you have a camera, which we'll see shortly how that works. I'll show you how the camera works and how you find landmarks and waypoints. You have a flashlight, you have a tent you can set up, and then you have an oil can. Plane, oh, the plane and its motor does burn oil. Look at that nice beaver over there and the big DC-3 there. One of my favorite aircrafts in the world right there is that DC-3 Beaver. DC-2 Beaver, sorry. DC-3 is an otter. Close the door up. So we'll look at the fuel gauge. It's just 2 fuel gauges, but pump the primer 3 times. Mirror you back. Oh, that's beautiful. I love the fact that the throttle works nicely like that. This is basically your view. So they do limit your throttle. Like I'm full right now and they limit it back to quarter. But yeah, we'll dial it back a little bit there. The brake, like differential braking, does work. If I give it some throttle, you get it up to a little bit of speed. You can see that here in my differential brake. You know, right brake, left brake. But yeah, differential braking definitely works. I've used it a couple times now on some off-field landings. Just come into the brake just a little bit on this side and it turns me this way. That's obviously no flap or no rudder input at all. I have my little pinky switch there if I would like to on my Warthog. Crazy story about the HOTAS setup I have. I bought the T-Flight rudder pedals and the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog, the USAF A10C replica set. And I bought it with just a joystick and a joystick extension, like a height increase. And Amazon actually messed up and sent me the throttle quadrant and the joystick in the same kit. They sell 2 kits, one with the joystick, one with the quadrant, and both together, and I got the one both together even though I only paid for the joystick. It was kind of a nice little surprise. It's like a $700 or $800 Canadian set, and I paid I think $300 or $400 just for the stick when I ordered it, and yeah, they sent me that, which was beautiful. I have tried it in DCS a couple times. Okay, they've taken away the limit now. We'll cut in a couple notches of flaps. Actually, we'll put it all the way, and we'll, as you can see, it's a dirt runway. You can see it's kind of bumpy. The torque factor is in the game. It does affect it a bit. You'll see here soon. Yeah, it's gonna pull to the side. Doesn't have a whole lot of rudder authority, this little plane, but it does do pretty well. Ooh. There we go. Bouncy on takeoff there. But good otherwise. We can take the flaps away now. You can see the handle come up there on the left. And even right now, even the way it sits as it is, I wish those control prompts weren't really there as much, but we're gonna try and moving the cord around there. We're gonna try and so I can't pause. Oh, that's why. I was trying to pause on my main keyboard, but I had to unplug my main keyboard to get all the peripherals in. Now, Control options, maybe? How do I get rid of that thing on the side? Game options? Maybe in graphics? Could probably turn DLSS on, but I don't really want to mess with the game at this point. So let's go through all these, see if I can't get rid of that. Display. Trying to figure out how to get rid of this UI thing. It controls UI. Sadly, it doesn't seem like I can. It's weird, I'm looking it up. See if we can't find a way to get rid of it. Because it's kind of bothering me. Okay, so we'll get back to it. Continue on flying. Now we're facing south. Probably take some throttle back out of it now. Yeah, there's the next airport there. Do that whole trim motion that they like to do. I might trim on my hat switch for nose up, nose down. Lets me basically be hands free. Now I can, since we're this close, I can take a lot more speed out. must say, it looks very good. And yeah, the camera's not available to me right now, so that's fine. Pulling some flaps. We're gonna probably have to slip it here ever so slightly. But yeah, I'll put it into a slip. I think I'm too high, so we're just gonna go around, throw some flaps back into it. This little plane glides so well. Coordinate my turn a little. Get it to come around. Yeah, this little plane glides so well. I've been struggling with my approaches here. I will say it's very different from Microsoft Flight Simulator. The plane doesn't quite feel as heavy, but this is a very light plane. This is almost something I would expect, have to set up a long approach. Coordinate turn a little, get me back over these trees. Keep an eye on the airspeed. Some more flaps in it. Come right around. Coming over here, down to 60. Actually gonna bring my view down just slightly, just so I can see my vertical speed. A great vertical speed right now. A small, slow descent. I'll come in. From the southeast here and take this runway. Let it have some flaps back, take some speed. Full flaps for landing. And we're actually gonna kinda, oh, I wish that controls thing would just go away. Yeah, we're actually gonna fly the runway a little bit here because it'd be a long taxi. Okay, rudder's free. It can be kind of touchy on low flight, I will say. Not low flight, let's just say slow flight. It can be kind of touchy. Really hard angle of attack here. You can see on the left there the angle of attack indicators. Super high. We're basically holding 0 vertical speed up or down. Just gently drifting down the runway. 40 miles an hour is basically the perfect speed. We're just about coming into a stall. And I probably will touch it down here very shortly. Take all this power away. Just a slow stall. Flare. Ooh. Can be a little touchy on the ground. At some point I will kind of show off the damage model and such. I've had a couple of crashes where I've messed with it and it's quite good, I must say. Okay, we'll turn the magnetos off. Throttle's at 0. Master's off. Ramp check, you get one of those every now and then. I'm not sure if it's every time, but the wheel chuck's in. There we go. Oh yeah, then we gotta do the flight school, which I will, oh yeah, the flight school's right there. You can do the lessons, but still have the start engine, taxi, power management, trim management, turning, approach, engine shutdown. I'll show you the license test, just so I don't ruin everything. I didn't do the training in the beginning either myself. I quite literally just jumped in and did my license, as I do a lot of flight simming. Done some real life lessons. So we'll get this girl started up. Open the throttle. Just like that, we're off. Oh, we can also do this. This is also a pretty cool thing. Like I've said a couple times now, it is a very pretty game. Even as it sits in beta. Probably beta, alpha maybe. Let's taxi out to the runway and then we'll be off. We'll get this flight test done and then we'll do some, I'll actually try some cargo. I haven't done a cargo mission yet. I haven't done any of the missions yet. I basically loaded in, tried it out, played with mouse and keyboard a bit just to see if the game was going to run well. And it ran amazingly, so I tested the controls just to give a keyboard mouse comparison. It's kind of hard with keyboard and mouse right now. I'd recommend a controller if anyone gets into the playtest, but with the stick and the rudders and the throttle cords and everything, it's great. If I could play more of this regularly, I would, 100%. This is right up my alley. This is basically the dream. I guided and managed a fishing lodge for 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and it was very much the same fly in, fly out kind of thing. Not dirt runway, but with float planes. And this is very good, I must say. Some flaps. Airspeed's alive. Get the flaps back. And then it wants you to do a climb. So, in saying that, I am going to stay low because I tried and I basically flew under the hood the entire way last time. Flying under the hood basically means flying to the point where you can't see your horizon or anything over your hood. Basically flying right in stall. And it took a while to get to 3,000 feet, but I should be able to make a quick climb if I can get some speed into it. Let's look at that, eh? Might even be a small landing strip there. And then yeah, the propeller torque naturally pitches it up. It does very well, I must say. The flight model is pretty good. Then as it kind of builds speed, it or starts to lose speed, it kind of falls off. I guess the aerodynamic flow layer over the wings starts to level it out as it builds up on speed. But then, again, as it builds speed, it creates more lift and starts to rise the nose. As it loses speed, it starts to fall back down. It'll build some speed back up. I do believe that is a runway over there on the side of that hill. It is. That's a neat little runway. I'm greatly looking forward to this being complete and getting to fly missions into some of these small strips. There's, it looks like some areas on the map where I landed on a beach next to a little town or settlement, and looked like it had docks there set up for float planes and little rafts and barges. There's another area down there, very neat. Oh, we got the 3,000 feet. That was pretty easy. Take some power away. Going into a hard banking turn. And doing everything right, we should be able to get right back into the airstrip without having to do anything. Just take power away. Correct my turn. We'll just glide it in. Get it down to the white to give us some flaps. Yeah, we'll take all the flaps so we can slow ourselves down, and we will slip it at the same time. Slipping is basically I'm holding the rudder one way or the other. I usually prefer to kick my right rudder ahead, just put it into a left slip, and then you kind of control it with the stick as you need. You can bleed off airspeed and altitude very fast, as you can see. I'm not really gaining much speed, but I'm in 1,000 foot a minute, 1,500 foot a minute, fluctuating 1,000 to 1,500 feet a minute descent. Not really putting on any speed with the slip. And then once I get close enough to the runway, we'll break it out of the slip, kind of keep it back in correction. Gonna pitch it down hard. Really go for it here. And again, we're gonna fly the runway a little bit just because we don't want to taxi the entire length of that runway. Right about here now, I'm gonna start letting the slip go, and you'll see the nose walk back over quite a bit. There we go. No wind hardly, a little bit to the, looks like to the east. Eastward wind, very light. Bring some power into it. We'll fly the runway. I'll try and get over a little bit to center myself. On this touchdown now, they want less than a 500 feet a minute touchdown. And that's, for the most part, pretty easy to do. As you can see, yeah, there we go. And we'll get the brakes in. Don't want to hit the brakes too hard because this is a tail dragger. You will nose over. Gentle braking. To the throttle a bit. Steer this way just so I can kind of get a glimpse down the runway of where I want to be. And in my opinion, for what this is, once we start running cargo and stuff, I don't think you can ask for any more than this out of a flight sim. This is perfect for what it is. Exactly as the title states, it's a wonderful bush flight simulator. And it wants us to find a safe space to saw that a 500 meter landing, even though I guess I never brought it down to a slow enough thing. And last time I did this flight test, I brought it into this little white box here, just out of, I guess, habit. And that's where I shut it down. That's where I'm going to shut it down right here. magnetos. So after master switch, there we go. That's the flight test. All done. Then we have to get our license. We'll collect that. There we go. Now we're going to push it over. We'll tow it, but push it over to the fuel pump. Right past this nice DC3 out to the side. Oh. There's a damage there, but doesn't look the greatest. That's probably something they're definitely going to work on. We have the whole center of gravity thing. I really like this. When you're adding fuel, it comes up and it shows you. But honestly, I'm probably just going to leave it right here and put the wheel chocks down. I would repair that normally, but yeah, it's not really that much, 85%. One neat thing that I have noticed, oh, the pallet hanger's over here. One neat thing that I have noticed is when I landed up on that beach runway, there was a really cool little feature that happened. As I drove down, you could see the mud flicking up on it and some damage to the propeller from like rocks and similar things, I would guess. I thought that was really cool. Sleep here until dawn. And now we gotta catch up with our phone. A little freeze there. And we have this guy, which is gonna take us up to Boyce. Little water barrel and some crates. So we're gonna head up to Boyce. Oh wow, you can actually get into the thing there. Okay, so you gotta scroll all the way down. If you go back into there, that's kind of annoying. So now we gotta grab our little plane. We gotta go to Boyce to get the cargo. Okay, so that's a quick enough and easy enough flight. Looks like we got some clouds there. I'm not sure if the clouds are supposed to look like that, but it is kind of pretty. It's a little bit dark underneath. Move the chocks and Inside the aircraft. Close that door. And do a little primer. See the amp draw. We're gonna lock the brakes up here for a second. There's a little bit of elevation there. And yeah, that's about it. I think we're ready to go. Now, I'm questioning if I can get off down this direction, but yeah, I think I can. But I probably don't want to risk it. This gives me a lot more room for air. So I'm confident I could probably get up there, but at the same time, let's not take the chance. Let's see how quickly we can get off here if we actually load her up. Okay. We're gonna come into a little stop here. There. Flaps all the way down. Gonna let her go. Come on, do a little bit of right rudder. Ooh. Oh wow. That was not a happy plane. Why? Wonder why it was doing that. Not seem happy there. Maybe the damage to the elevator in the back? Maybe? Give the flaps back to it anyway. We're going just up the coast here. If I had to guess, we're coming out. Rock face is here-ish. So we're wanting to go. I think we're on a good path. Let's go back into the map. It's gonna show us. I think we're good. I think we'll find it. And here's what I was talking about with the camera. Trim a bit better. Yeah, now if we go in here and you come in and you take a picture of the settlement. So I got a lot of speed going on here. Yeah, if you get enough, get a picture, I think with the green, you go into the map now and it'll show this settlement here that's not really discovered. And that also tells me that flying this way, we are on the right path, and the voice is gonna be right there, yeah. Coming past this cliff. Okay, yeah, it's in the middle point of this cliff area. So we're gonna expect it to be up ahead there. Window, open the door. Yeah, I see a voice there. Yeah. Gonna kill some throttle, lose some speed. Actually gonna pitch up a bit just to get ourselves better speed and give it 2 notches of flaps. I wish it would give me a better indication of the airstrip, the direction and orientation was running. Looks like I'm just going to be able to come straight in here. That'd be nice. Vertical speed interview, RPM. Normally I would really adjust the mixture, but I'm not really flying high enough to notice that much. I messed with it a little bit earlier and it was maybe a couple hundred RPM, but I was also up at like 3,000 to 4,000 feet in the mountains further north there that you see. Northeast-ish, I guess. Okay, we got it really come down here on the flaps. See to the left a bit here so we can get clear of those trees. Give it a little bit of power so it's pulling itself along for me. And yeah, this is a lot shorter runway, so we'll try and get her down right around the quarter to third way in here. Just come right on the stall horn there, yeah. Oh. Didn't realize the turn was coming that quickly. Look at that nice beaver. TV to have one beaver. I don't think that's what it stands for, but maybe. That's a nice plane. I hope they add a beaver to this game. That'd be amazing. A dream. Maybe someday I'll own one. We don't need fuel. Definitely not. Can't really see much in front of me. Assume that's my cargo there. Actually, you know, we're gonna pull in and do maintenance just to show what maintenance actually is, and kind of show some potential for what's gonna come in the future. I'm sure most people would normally tow their aircraft into the hangar, but okay, there we go. And then because we have that insurance package that we printed off from the fax machine in the beginning, we can repair everything, and we'll do Y to check out and confirm. That takes 6 hours to service it, apparently. And yeah, it comes back in like this. I'm assuming long term there'll be upgrades and stuff we can do in here. Chalks out, everything's back to 100%. Plane's kind of cleaned up. As you can see, you know, from the beginning, some little damage, nicks and dings in the prop. I'm sure eventually long term we're probably gonna have to replace stuff, and yeah, this is gonna be an amazing game, I think, long term. Once it's fully released, this will be a real gem of a game. Where the heck is that supposed to go? I ain't going in any of those doors. Okay, so I can go in, I can just place in there, and that puts us right at all of our weight aft, which is, I guess we'll see. I don't know. We're still basically full on fuel as well. So we'll try it. We'll try it. Into the map, have a look at what the map says, and we're just going back to Morton, which is right here. So we're basically just going to follow the same flight back. I am actually going to just cut to the grass here, because this is a bush flight sim, so let's go through the bush. if I wrecked my plane. She thinks I did, I guess, but didn't. I'm gonna point it slightly to the right. Give it some flaps. We already had the flaps in. We never cleaned it up after landing, which is kind of messy and lazy, but take off on the stall horn. Definitely wants to keep its nose high. This time is very prone to wanting to go up, that's for sure. Little barrel. Fly and look at the phone at the same time, I guess. Take some power back. The phone when I shouldn't be. I gotta pause for a second. Gotta pause for a second. Sorry guys. Had to try and share the links on my YouTube video, like live stream, but places I'm trying to share them to didn't really have content creator sections. There's Morton. At least I believe so anyway. Yeah, it's definitely Morton. Pull back a little bit just to kill some speed. I don't know how hard I can slip it, if I can land on this side or not. It'd be neat if they had animals and such in this game. I guess populated, add some life into it. Some NPCs maybe. There'd be some like AI planes doing missions as well. That would be kind of neat. So you have some traffic in the air. Multiplayer live server would be really, really cool for this. Once again, we're slipping it in. More power on than I'd really like. Honestly, I think we're just gonna be able to slip right down below here. We don't smash this tree coming over it. Get the head, eh? Keeping 60 to 70 miles an hour and a 2,000 foot a minute drop. Straighten up on the runway. Kinda nose over there to get it centered. There we go. Ooh, ooh. Come on now. Ooh. That wasn't the best landing. A bit of a heavy landing apparently. Now what's our thing saying? The Morton, but I don't know where in Morton they want it. Oh. Damn it. This is the first time getting a mission done, so this would be new for me as well to see how this all turns out and works. Maybe there's some upgrades I can get. Okay, just going to the apron right there. Take some power back, and then we're just gonna do a big hard turn here at the end. Power off. Make needles off. That off. Boat. Another ramp check from Morton. Seems like we get a ramp check every time we come here. Okay, can't be underneath here. We saw flaps down too. Very messy. Oh yeah, that's because I can take that out, yeah. damage, 50 liters basically, 49.45. Okay, and we're definitely gonna have a new message, obviously. That is the first mission. So, what we'll do is I'm gonna save right here, new profile, and we're going to do some messing around. So we'll turn the power on, close the door, and we'll see if we can't, I don't know, do something silly. A hard braking turn. Looks like we got some wind. Oh. And that is ah, yes. So that was not what we were trying to do. This is the thing too, because it does burn oil. Okay, so we'll get to show you the SOS feature, I guess. So yeah, the SOS takes you back to the nearest recovery hangar. And then you end up with insurance covers our medical checkup. Okay. We'll repair everything. Confirm. 14 hours later, we'll get it back. We'll wait, and then we're gonna try that again. I was trying to take it up to some good altitude and then maybe rip a wing or something off. It's nighttime. So with that, we're just gonna go sleep through the night and then, yeah. Maybe sunrise, maybe sunset, 5:03. Is there a chair in here one can sleep on? No. just gonna give it a couple hours of wait time. There you go. That's better. A bit better late. Next. Oh no. We want midday. I was I'm going to go try and fly it and, you know, push it to its limits. Maybe, you know, I'm trying to rip a wing or something off, see how that affects it. I would assume it's just gonna fall out of the sky, but if I'm correct, same marks on the prop. Interesting. Oh yes, if you get in the aircraft with your wheel chocks down, it makes that terrible noise. Alright, here we go. Now let's... Yeah, we're basically gonna fly it up to probably 3,000–4,000 feet. Got 3/4 of tank fuel. Try and go into the clouds. That would be an interesting one. Something we can do now. That's over 3,200. Let's get some speed back. this is another thing. You bring up the camera. Fire towers. And yeah, you can get a reward for sending those in. It also gets marked on your map. Oh, oh, that's not good. That's not good. I think we had a crash. Yeah, we crashed. So that's gonna be it for the part one. That's the first delivery done. Sadly, we never got to really mess with it too much. We had a crash. Next time we come back in here, we'll do this exactly again. And we will actually try and crash the plane. I'm glad I saved when I did there. So, thank you anyone who ends up watching this, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get the chance to check out the playtest, and if not, hopefully you get to check out the demo soon enough. Probably in the next month or two, we'll have a demo for it, hopefully. That's just coming from me, that's not from the devs or anything. But yeah, looking forward to seeing this come out, seeing where it goes, and seeing what they do with it in the future. Till next time, peace.